Well, Kinsman, we're one person down on the soundboard, but we have some extra guests in the studio tonight.
Yeah, we do. A jam-packed studio here, 67th Third. We're on a pretty busy show night here. But yes, your son decided to play basketball instead of come do his duty. So we've docked his pay for next week.
You docked him, did you? Yeah. You're being a tough boss. Is that what you're telling me, Kinsman? I don't know. Something tells you you're a bit of a softie. But hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. You've got the full control tonight.
I like having control, by the way.
Back in Klomp's hands.
Yes,
there you go.
I really
do. Mute us at any second.
Yes, that's right. But look, we have we didn't even recognize there's someone sitting in the middle.
Yeah,
of us.
we have Stephanie from La Ronde is in the building.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. There she is.
Or should we say bonjour, Steph?
Bonjour, Matt.
That's right. Well, I got something planned tonight because we have some movie passes to give away. And I think we're going to put Mark's French to the test because he tells me he's been practicing.
Oh, really?
Yes. He tells me he's been practicing every day because
he
really wants to show off to Villeneuve. You know, he wants to show off to Villeneuve for the Winter Carnival. So we'll see how good he's been getting.
I'll work on something.
Yeah. But we're just waiting for our guests to hop on the show because there's a couple amazing things happening on Saturday.
Michelle
that's
from LGS.
Listen, Saturday, never mind. There's many amazing things happening.
Lots of things going on. When people say nothing happens in this city, you just need to tune into this show and figure out what's going on.
There we go. So I'm just clicking on hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Patricia tuning in.
Right. And then, of course, we have someone else here. Do you know that, Kinsman?
I do, yes. We've got Remembrance Day ceremonies tomorrow, and we're going to be joined by Andréa Villeneuve from Legion 88 here in the city.
I looked over to make sure you pronounced the last name correctly.
Didn't get the eye roll from Andréa. Andréa sitting off camera. She'll join us and tell us what to expect for the first full ceremony in a couple of years now.
Yeah, that's right. So we're super excited.
The COVID restrictions from last and years past.
Yeah, we're super excited to have them both here.
Yeah.
But before we do, you want to go through a couple local updates? Sam Fountain, right?
Yes, big news. Sam Fountain. Remember the bake sale? We had Sam on the show. They were trying to raise $3,300 for that special needs stroller for Abby. Well, the big news is they had a bit of a push last night. Thumbs up to Norm from TFAC. He posted it on their buy and sell. and they needed 600 and something bucks. Someone donated $800 last night to get them to the finish line.
So the stroller has been ordered.
It's been bought. It's been ordered.
Awesome.
And Sam sent a message to us today and wanted to thank everybody for donations. And again, thanks to the donor who called Norm last night. He said it was the wee hours that someone wanted to help.
That's good. Yeah. Another family help. It's always good to hear.
And again, that special needs stroller will help, the fountains get in and out of that vehicle a little bit easier now.
I like this. I said last night, Papa don't preach, but I see number 4. Things to know about the parade. What are you going to lecture us on?
What am I going to lecture tonight? Well, no, it's not lecturing. It's reminders.
Oh, yeah.
My little guys have been telling me this every day, picking them up from school. Papa, we got to get our Santa letters ready for Santa. And yes, things to know for the parade on Saturday. For the first time in a couple of years, the mailboxes are back collecting letters to Santa. And they wanted to stress, make sure you put your return address on the envelopes. So then Santa Claus can write back to your little ones. Mm-hmm. And they're going to collect them at the beginning of the route. So you're not holding on to the letters all parade. Also, the food bank going to be collecting donations for the South Porcupine Food Bank. And again, they're at the front of the parade, so you're not holding on to your perishables all parade route long. And Socks Timmins also collecting socks along the route. And again, they'll be collecting new and I was going to say new and used. No, it's new socks for adults and kids.
What are we collecting when we're sitting out here commentating the parade?
We're going to collect high fives, waves, and smiles. Yes, we're going to be hanging out here. This is something to know. When you go by 67th 3rd, we're going to stream the parade right here from our office in our studio.
Sound like the Wizard of Oz with collecting all those things we're collecting. that is about as bubble gum as you get life. What did he say? High fives, smiles,
high fives and smiles.
Oh,
and if you yell loud enough, hey, throw us a 705 blonde ale from Full Beard.
Yeah.
We just might be able to hook you up.
Now you're getting a little. He tried to pick things up there at the last minute. Can you imagine a beer can flying across the parade?
That'll
be the last time
candy.
They ask us to
no
get involved
Tootsie
in
Rolls
any
being tossed, but we won't be throwing any beer cans. But we're going to be being helped with.
I want to talk
Marty
about this. So, Halloween was just 10 days ago. Tootsie Rolls seem to be the only candy left in my house. It's still around, those Tootsie
Rolls.
Of course, because you're an old man, kids. No one likes Tootsie Rolls.
What's that? Right up there with the Werther's original.
Yeah. You like Tootsie Rolls?
I eat the Tootsie Rolls. Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's your favorite candy?
Well, not my favorite. I can tolerate it.
Yeah.
It's better than those molasses candies.
Molasses? Who gives you molasses candy? Where were you trick-or-treating? In 47 or what?
Yeah, 47.
Molasses.
Those are the parents saying, get this old lump off my porch.
Imagine going to his house. Here's a bowl of molasses. I don't know what's going on at Mark's house, but yes,
usually Reese from my place.
Okay, now you're starting to turn things around. But yeah, super exciting. Yeah, it's gonna be an amazing weekend, and there's gonna be some snow. But what else is the Santa Claus parade without snow, my friend?
Yeah, well, it'd be nice to have a little snow. As I say, I'd rather have snow than rain. And again, right now it's forecasting flurries, snow, with a high of around, I think it's around 3 degrees, 2 degrees.
Well, let's, while we're waiting on Michelle, why don't we chat with our good friend here from the Ronde, because, we love them.
We do.
We do a lot of stuff, and we love Villeneuve. But I guess the obvious question is going to be, there's a lot of activity at the new building. How are things progressing?
They're going very well.
Yeah.
The structure is about 95% done right now.
Is that wild?
Yeah.
That is pretty amazing.
And it looks really, really, really cool when you're driving by. You can almost picture, KLOMP standing in line for a cold one at La Mise.
That's actually pretty funny, Mark, because actually Tuesday afternoon I went for a walkthrough.
And
right
you saw
in the
where
building.
La Mise would be?
I stood right in the Armise.
Who was there?
You were right there, yeah.
Are the beers on tap already there?
I'm sure it's
Jonathan Full Beard ready to hook up the tap kit.
Not quite yet, but you can really picture every space, every room. It was quite amazing, actually.
Yeah, it was, eh?
Yeah.
Well, it was quite the journey to get there. And I mean, that lot's been vacant for some time now, and a big empty spot in our community, but must be getting really exciting. So for some time in 2023, we're going to have a new French cultural center.
We are.
In Timmins. I love this. Yeah.
definitely.
I love this.
Because right now you're all sporadic, all over the place. Offices. You're now what, at the 101 Mall now?
No, we're at Timmins Square right now.
Oh, Timmins Square Park.
Oh, Timmins Square now?
Yeah, we're at Timmins Square now.
They move everywhere. They're quick movers because weren't they down?
You were at the old school at
that's right.
the old, was it St. Charles School?
Yes, we were.
Okay.
And then we had
you
to
moved
move
over because they're using that space for something else now.
That's right.
Bring the Tootsie Rolls.
Musical offices.
Bring the Tootsie Rolls to Mark. But yeah, they but
molasses.
Yeah, molasses.
You know what?
See what I have to
throw
do
them at me. I don't mind a good Tootsie Roll.
And then he'll go, why don't they think I'm young and hip? Let's work on this language.
Yeah, that's a story for another day.
But there is, but even without the building, listen, LaRonde's been extremely busy. They do a lot of programming, a lot of events in our community. And one of the things that we're going to be talking about when we pop Michelle on any second is LGS. Michelle. You want to bring him on because
let's bring.
I think he has a Santa hat
Michelle
on.
Oh, that's pretty wicked.
From LGS, and if you don't know who LGS is, you are missing out. There he is, Michelle.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear him. Well, we can hear you a little bit, anyways. I don't. Can you hear him, kids?
Can you hear him? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it loud?
You want to go turn up the volume?
Yeah, let's turn that.
We're going to put Mark's technical skill sets
to the test.
To the test. That's right. All right. How's that?
Can you hear us now, Michelle?
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
We can hear him a little bit better. So you know, we got freezing rain coming to Timmins, and you're not here yet, but the LGS concert goes on no matter what, you know, Kinsman?
It is.
People are waiting. It's completely sold out, by the way.
Yeah, you're coming into a packed house in Timmins. And again, I think every year you come in, and when you do perform, the tickets fly off the shelf here.
Yes.
So
quite happy to hear that. There's a bit of delay, so I apologize if I'm talking all over you guys. But that is great news. Thank you for letting me know. Sorry for all the people who thought of buying tickets at the last minute, but I'm really happy, and I know it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing time. Now, for folks that aren't aware, the LGS is a pretty big deal.
Pretty big deal.
For folks that are not aware of the group, like you know, going just on Spotify, like 1.2 million stream downloads as it comes on Spotify, humongous. Who is LGS, and what can folks expect if it's their first time seeing one of your live performances?
Well, that's a good question, because we're known as Twin. So we started out in 1999, and we decided to mix traditional French folk with urban hip hop sounds. So it was hip hop, it was electro, it was all that stuff. And now the folk side of it is there in spirit. The fiddle is there live. The new album that just came out last August called LGS is basically a lot of pop music, a lot of stuff that just kind of reunites people, brings people together and lets them have fun. And that's what the concert's going to be this Saturday, is just, you know, a good release of whatever stress you're going through. I don't know, maybe you've been shopping for Christmas too much and you're freaking out, you know? So that's what the music's all about. It's just about letting loose, kind of letting our hair down and having a blast.
That's right. And I'm going to assume, like, we've talked to multiple artists, and you know, through the 2-year break, they spent a lot of time either recording or planning, but there's no other escape than getting on the stage and performing in front of a live audience. And, you know, with your show, that's already dynamic and exciting. Folks can probably expect a lot of energy Saturday night at the Dante Club.
Absolutely. People are going to be, we hope people are going to be as excited as we are. We're going to bring out the tunes. You know, if you haven't been concerts, we normally start at 10 and then we try to break the button. So, but maybe that'll happen again. You know, maybe it'll happen again. But we're bringing out some dancers with us. Actually, the new album is really pop, so we're totally owning up to that pop kind of boy band vibe, and we're gonna have dancers and kind of choreograph stuff. It's gonna be just silly, you know.
Yeah. I always thought I would mesh in well with the boy band Kinsman. Maybe they're looking. Maybe I'll just.
You need the spikier hair.
I need the hair, yes,
Yeah,
but
you need hair that looks
boy
like
band
a
members
llama.
wear a toque also, so who knows? But maybe we'll leave it to the professionals. Super exciting. So
yeah, it is.
You know, they're coming here, you know, in partnership with Ronde.
That's right.
That does, you know, this is one of their multiple events. How important is it to be able to bring in these, you know, amazing French, I'll call them French acts, but like Canadian music, whatever type of music you like.
Yeah.
Like, it's a pretty big deal for our community, right?
It is, and especially for the French community. I mean, almost half the population is French or bilingual at least. So it's very important to bring French show to the French community, to bring everyone together and just to have fun.
Right. Yeah. No,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Anybody has a ticket out there and is going on Saturday night, you are in for a treat. Again, you know, LGS. If you just Google them, you know, over 900 shows. Michel, you've played all over the world.
This year.
Just this year. Holy smokes.
No, I wish. Are you coming out of the pandemic? That's impossible.
But playing all over the world and playing to packed houses. When LGS first, you know, started, did you see the band being as big as it is now back then? Is that obviously you're hoping for the best, but you know, how exciting is it to see the progress of the band?
It's been almost. We're going to celebrate our 25th year of existence in 2024. And I can't believe that it's going to be 25 years that I've had the privilege to sing and shake my butt with a bunch of people across this country and internationally. But I can tell you, when we started out, when LGS, Le Groupe Swing, started out in 1999, we went to visit record labels. And the majority of people were saying, you're lucky if it lasts a year. Like, it's, you know, this whole fiddle, electronic music, boom, boom stuff. Have fun, guys. You know, we are not going to sign you because it's not going to last forever. But at the end of the day, I think it's about the people. They connected with the music at the very start. And they gave us this great opportunity to just do what we love with crazy people in the audience, you know?
Right. Yeah, and you're right. That is the biggest thing. Like, it's the determination at the beginning, because there always will be, especially in entertainment, your naysayers. You know, it's a 1 in a million chance to break through. You're not going to connect. You know, get a real job, get a 9 to 5, and often you got to work a 9 to 5 job, especially at the beginning. But to have 25 years in this industry is a humongous accomplishment.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And again, what do you think the naysayers are doing now? Going, I wish we had maybe said yes to LGS way back when. Do you ever run into the ones that say, you know, they wish they could have signed you? Are they frothing at the bit, maybe hoping that they can maybe get a second chance with you guys?
Well, they actually didn't last another year in the business. So I've never seen them again.
Right. Well, there we go.
No, the way I look at it is, you know what, maybe other people believe that we're only going to last another year. And you know what, we have to last at least 2 to get to 25. So I hope you guys are rooting for us.
We're
rooting for you.
We have LGS's back. Yeah. But another big thing, listen, they're not just coming here to sing, Kinsman, because, you know, we're going to backtrack a little bit on Saturday, because they're also here for a release at the book. They're going to be at the library.
Yes, they are.
Illustrated, if I got this right, by 2 local Timmins illustrators. Mm-hmm. Tell us all about he's getting the book right now.
The book Kinsman. Right now. We're going to test Klomp's skills now, here. What does that say, Klomp?
Now, I know this is I'm going to check with you first. This is The Magic of Christmas. Am I close?
Yeah, you're pretty close, but you're missing some parts.
You're missing the avec, LGS.
Avec, with who?
With LGS, yeah.
Yes.
With KINZ and KLOMP, I thought. he put up the wrong book. The Magic of Christmas with LGS. Tell us all about the book and with the exciting release on Saturday, which I believe is 11 a.m. at the library.
Yeah.
That's correct. We're going to be at the Municipal Library in Timmins. To the release of the first book I've ever published, which is crazy, written by a local artist, let's call it Mio, which is basically two people, a couple, Manon and Jimmy Chabot, who are big fans of our band, good friends of ours. They were at my house this summer, and we were just chatting, and Jimmy was at my house, and he was showing me how he's drawing on his iPad, and he was gotten pretty good at it. And he told me he had written a book, and a children's book, and I was like, that's crazy, dude, way to go. Like, he's very expressive, extremely talented, and I was just awed by what he was creating. And he says, has there ever been a children's book or a book on LGS? And I was like, no, but there really should be. And I think a Christmas book would be amazing. And so, we just kind of laughed it off and had fun. And 2 weeks later, he calls me back and goes, I started the book. It's going to be a magical Christmas with LGS. And I'm like, what? So it was awesome to see how Mio got really involved in this, made this happen. Really, really did. All the illustrations, all the story itself. I want to take a lot of credit on this, but I was more of an editor and a brainstormer, reading the story, saying, hey, maybe this is a better twist, this is better. But this was all these great Franco-Ontarian artists based out of Timmins, and that were absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if I said their name, but Manon and Jimmy Chabot, who are watching right now, I think you guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you for this great book. Now, the story is about Sam, who wakes up Christmas morning and he doesn't have a present. Now, of course, heartbroken. His mom cheers him up and says, we're going to go to the local, secondhand store, and you can buy anything you want. No expenses nothing's too expensive. And Sam, being a big fan of LGS, finds the new album in the section of vinyls at the store, brings the vinyl home, opens it up, a gold ticket drops out and says, call this number for a Christmas surprise. And Sam calls up, and the magic of Christmas happens, and his Christmas is saved, thanks to, of course, Santa and a few of his friends, being LGS and the community. So it's a beautiful little story.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. So, awesome. And we're fortunate enough to have the book launch in our own community. Yeah. And what better way, for people who are thinking about creative Christmas gifts?
It might make a nice little stocking stuffer. And we're just going to say that LGS will probably bring a whole pile to the library on Saturday with them.
Well, believe it or not, we've only done 100 copies. So this is the first time I've published a book, and I have no idea how fast these things are going to move. So there's 100 available right now.
100 available? Well, I just noticed Melissa, she's at the public library. Says it's a very cute book. There she says, never too old for a Christmas story. Yeah. You're going to see Mel on Saturday. Yeah. And I guarantee you bring a copy. They'll put that up for display for all eyes to pick up and read.
Well, on Saturday morning, just so that we're going to be at the public library, not just to launch the book, but I'll read the book to the kids that are present. This is a free event. So bring the kids. I know Santa Claus parade's going on this night. So what a great Christmas day. Come and hear a Christmas story read by me. Meet Mio also. We'll be there to sign some autographs and meet the people. And then, it's the show that we're performing at, thanks to La Ronde, is an adult-only show. So the kids that like LGS and want to talk to me, we're going to be present at the library for free. Come and see us. And hopefully, if there's too many people, we'll take some books out. We'll make room. All right.
Yeah, they will. And I think it's going to be well attended. And you're right. It is the Santa Claus parade, and you're performing at the Dante Club later that evening. Mark and I will actually be outside in a booth because we're streaming the event and commentating. Yeah. So, hey, Michelle and LGS can come down and help us commentate the Santa Claus parade.
Drop by if you want to jot it down. 67 3rd Ave. You can't miss our tent. We'll be cheering out shelling out some Christmas cheer.
The parade starts at 6 o'clock, and it's normally an hour and a half.
A couple hours. I'm going to say it'll be done by 7:30, 8 o'clock.
So,
53 floats, 54 if you include Santa.
I'll go warm up before the show with you guys for the Santa Claus parade. Absolutely.
There he goes. Well, he comes down.
We'll bring you. We'll put you on.
Yeah. There we go, Kinsman. And now you're really gonna have to practice your French because you're underneath pressure now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
or I'll be, you know, how do they say, horrible?
What? Is that a word? Is that right or what? No,
Horrible.
thank God you had no part of this book. Okay. Or else it would be poor French vocabulary with.
I can help with the end. That's a fin, right? Fin.
Fin. This is just getting worse as we go along, right? But the pretty amazing partners there, you know.
Oh, yeah.
LGS people are sold out, obviously exciting. And it's been tough to sell events, you know, in COVID, you know, people get comfortable being in their homes or they're still cautious. Here we have LGS coming to the community and completely sold out. So that
in no time.
That's a big deal. That's an amazing deal.
Yeah, we actually had to add chairs to try to accommodate like everyone that would call, and because the space isn't big enough to have
accommodate everyone.
Thousands of people, but the multiple hundreds that did get a ticket, you added an extra seat basically to every table, so everybody's happy with whoever's guests that were bringing.
That's right. And it's always a sellout, and it's in no time with LGS, so we're super pumped. We're excited to have them again. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, and no, it's going to be an amazing night, and maybe we'll get a teaser at the Santa Claus parade.
Yeah, we might see Michelle and LGS right here dishing off candy canes at 67th Third for a few minutes before they head over to the Dante Club.
All right.
I would love to do that. I'm totally in. We're going to set this up after, but I love that idea. As long as there's snow and eggnog. There
will be snow and
we can put some eggnog in the fridge, and
we got them covered. Yeah,
we'll get you covered there for sure.
Awesome.
All right, Michelle. Well, you know what? We really appreciate your time. We look forward to seeing you in the community on Saturday. We know they're all going to be amazing events, and keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work, and travel safe. We'll see you here on the weekend.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
SMZ.
SMZ.
How awesome, right?
It is.
How great is that? And you always know, you know, LGS is going to be a big hit because, you know, an adults only dance, and they play like music that you can, you know, get up and move to.
That's right. They know how to party.
Yeah, and if you don't know like who LGS is, definitely hit them up on Spotify or any streaming service, and you'll find like they
played all over the world, over 900 shows, played 500,000 people. And again, they're coming to Timmins and to a sold-out show. Again, it's great to see the support for these events, especially for La Ronde and
who we love.
Yeah, we love La Ronde, and of course seeing LGS playing to a packed house, which is always nice to see.
And you know who my best friend is, right, Kinsman?
Bonhomme.
That's right. And I'm getting ready. Bonhomme's ready to thaw out pretty soon here. In the new year, winter carnival preparations are underneath full effect, I guess, right now.
They are.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting events this year. So slowly after COVID, we have to get back into it. So we're by next year we'll be bigger and better. But this year we're trying to switch a little bit of everything around, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, this is what I'm really, happy about. Well, we love doing the stuff with Bonhomme, but I get it. Like, it's a big deal, especially for the younger kids when Bonhomme goes to the schools. Like the last couple of years through the class, this is enough of this. They want to see Bonhomme, hug Bonhomme, like the real, like how it used to be. But I know another trick. The older Bonhommes, they used to be a little wilder than the new Bonhommes. They used to have whiskey
and the Bonhommes could talk. You'd have some
not the new Bonhommes, the older Bonhommes. Got a little, he's progressed through the years. But,
as the cane is an actual flask, we found that out in previous visits.
Old Bonhomme,
and hearing that some of the older Bonhommes actually had stuff in those flasks.
Yeah.
Why is Bonhomme acting silly?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
But not the new version of Bonhomme.
No, the new
2023
Bonhommes are more modern.
This is why you can't be Bonhomme. Can you imagine kids being Bonhomme, not knowing a word of Well, he doesn't speak.
Yeah, I'd be all right.
Yeah.
As long as he can wave and dance a bit.
Yeah.
He'd be fine. The kids would love him.
Yeah. Well, this is true. Okay. Well,
so maybe we should do a little something and say maybe he'll be in the Bonhomme this year.
Oh, can you imagine? His head would never. If he's one of the Bonhommes, he's going to talk about that every.
But wouldn't that be a good challenge?
It would be an amazing challenge. Yeah.
Right. So you should do a vote or something. Who wants to see Kingsman
I
in
do.
the Bonhomme?
In a Bonhomme suit.
I do, yeah.
The first time someone would win Bonhomme and not be able to speak a lick of Francais.
You're gonna have to take immediate classes, because it's a big celebration when Bonhomme gets announced with the music. Like, people remember, that was awesome when we were there at the Dante Club.
That was quite the party.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to mention about LaRonde before we get going?
No, I think we're pretty excited about the construction and to have the new building. And we should have a building by summer 2023.
Yes.
Yeah. That is quicker than what they were forecasting originally. They were thinking next fall, but construction going that well.
It's going very good.
We could be having summer pints at La Mise, which is what that
if you
means.
watch our show, the only thing you think that's going to be in that building is one big pub, because that's all we see the talk about. Yes, but it's going to be.
Well, who doesn't miss La Mise?
Well, we all miss it.
We all miss it.
But they're going to have some French programming going on there too. You know that.
Well, you can go and you can talk about the French programming while you're having a cold one.
Yeah, that's it.
But I've heard you guys had some theater or Cinema 6 tickets.
Okay. Yes. See, we almost forgot. So before, we break to the middle, we have another amazing guest here. We do want to give away the movie passes. So here's my suggestion. If you have a sentence for us in French, we're going to have to see if we can translate it to English.
I need my boys to help me out here.
Okay, well, we'll let Mark do it because he likes being put on the spot. And now all people need to do is pre-guess whether Mark is going to be able to translate it accurately with a yes or fail with a no. So if you guess correctly, yes or no, we'll randomly select someone for the 2 movie passes.
You can start me off easy.
No, it's only one.
It's just
one chance.
A one-off.
How long are you going to be not reading a whole LGS book here?
Maybe he is.
Oh, maybe he is. Okay.
All right.
Give him something tough. This could be.
Okay, so you got to figure that one out. Quel est notre événement qui va avoir lieu ce samedi le 12 novembre?
Hey,
you want me to repeat that?
Yeah. One more time. Hang on.
Quel est l'événement qui aura lieu ce samedi le 12 novembre?
Something about Saturday, and I'm going to say LGS going to be coming in Saturday, November the 12th.
Can you say it one more time? Let's see if I can help him out here.
Quel est l'événement qui aura lieu le samedi 12 novembre?
It's definitely, you're on the right track on Saturday.
Well, we got Saturday, we got November 12th in there.
That's right. And dues, that's 12, right?
Dues is 12, yeah.
That's right.
That's the 12th of Saturday.
And Saturday is Saturday.
So are we considering this? So that's your sentence? Something on the Saturday of 12th with the LGS? That's not how people talk.
Saturday, November 12th. Can't wait for Saturday, November the 12th. LGS.
Is that your final answer? Eventually, you're going to
say my final answer. Yeah.
What?
Am I close?
Well, you were trying too. What's your final answer?
I'm going to say on Saturday, November the 12th is the Santa Claus Parade.
So I asked, what is our event for this Saturday, November 12th?
Okay. Lori knew. What is our event for? Okay, well,
we should have went to the audience.
Yeah.
Okay, it's LGS.
It's LGS. Yeah. Okay. So listen, let's look at. I'm going to show you the screen of comments here. I'm going to let you randomly pick someone, but we had some no's. We had a fail.
Steph is going to pick the winner. Someone's going to be watching, possibly Wakanda Forever.
We had a no.
Kicks off tomorrow. Actually, it's in the theaters tonight, but the official world releases tomorrow.
Yeah. So I think we got to choose from these ones here.
I got to go with the fail.
Okay. You want to click on that? All right. There's Mel says fail.
Melissa.
So there we go. So she's won 2 movie passes for
she's off to the show.
Because she guessed Mark's downfall. It's pretty easy to win on this show.
Especially if Francais is involved. But the funny thing is, my boys are everybody's 100% Francais, bilingual, except for me. They talk to English.
Imagine how they're talking about you, like right when you're there. Oh, it's because you would have no idea. Right?
They're my little mini translators.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay.
I needed my little guys on the show tonight to help me.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey,
and thank you to Michelle. We're going to take a break, but it's not over yet there, pal.
No, not over yet. We are getting set to, honor the fallen, the veterans. Tomorrow, cenotaphs are going to be full. There's no restrictions. We've got Remembrance Day ceremonies with Andréa Villeneuve from Legion 88. Yeah. Join us next here.
All right. But first, a few words from the sponsors.
That's right.
For residential commercial cleaning excellence guaranteed, call Andrew N at DAP Cleaning Solutions to get the job done right. In fact, she's booking for the rest of November for carpet cleaning, strip, and wax jobs for your commercial unit today. Did you know that? They also offer free quotes. Call today, 705-465-3500. And if you're looking to buy or sell, put your house on the market with Mark Lacroix, Realtor from Royal LePage Realty here in the city. Call Mark today, 705-288-0089. And Subzilla. Have you tried out the new sub place in town located 205B 3rd Avenue, Timmins? Try the Behemoth assorted steak and cheese, Italian, veggie, or their pizza sub. Call to place an order, 705-465-6266. And Urban Windows and Doors, because you only want to do this once. Call Manny today and his team and take a browse through their showroom, 705-264-1113. You can find their showroom at 1185 Riverside Drive, not only for beautiful windows and doors, but amazing beachcomber hot tubs and beautiful new lines of the marquee spas. And Lisa Fermat, Fly With Me fundraiser concert for breast cancer is next Friday, the 18th at the Porcupine Dante Club. We're going to be your MCs for the night, and we hope to see every seat sold. Get your tickets today. They're online at eventbrite.ca/Fly With Me. And Be Discovered. We had this lovely team on our show this week. BeDiscovered.net. They're coming to Timmins November 26th and the 27th for the North Can Dance Intensive. Now, if you caught our show, if you use the code word KINZ and KLOMP, you register, you'll save $50 off your registration. All the details at BeDiscovered.net. Free estimates with V&M Renovations. Max and Justin standing by to take your estimate today. Maybe you've got some drywall, some plastering to be done, a kitchen, bathroom reno. Call Max and Justin today. V&M Renovations, 705-372-3832. And Masters Tire, best in time, best in price, located 440 Algonquin Boulevard East in the city. And they've got one of the best senior offers out there. I'm going to say it's the best, 65 plus. Free on-rim changeover for the first 50 customers. Free flat tire repair all winter by appointment. And if the seniors use our code word KINZ and KLOMP, they'll receive 50% off brake pads and rotors. And Dare Timmins teaming up with the Timmins Rock for the rest of November for an amazing Rock November contest. Like their Facebook page, tag 2 friends for a chance to win 4 tickets to a Rock regular season game of your choice. And the pop-up holiday shops are coming up next Saturday with the Downtown Timmins BIA. They begin Saturday, November 19th and run right through to Saturday, December 17th at 227 3rd Avenue in Timmins. And Plant-Based Marché wants to cater your next event. 175 3rd Avenue, Timmins. Sophie and Roxy will cater your event. Call them today, the Dream Team, 705-221-1755. And Imagine Cinema 6 getting set for the big release Friday with Wakanda Forever. Get all your ticket information and showtimes online at imaginecinemas.com. And how about this? Tennis Timmins putting on a squash exhibition next Wednesday at Northern College. We'll be emceeing this amazing match between Mike McHugh and Maria Torpakai. We hope to see you there. Get all the details on the Northern College Facebook page. And Jackpot City Gaming, 9 a.m. to 2. They're open for bingo, Vegas-style games, and now fully licensed. If you go to our Facebook page, we're giving you a chance to win a VIP bingo night, 251 1st Avenue in Timmins. And the Investor Ready program with Link North and the Northern Ontario Angels want you to take out your ugly Christmas sweater and join us December 1st, 5:30 to 8:30 at Full Beard Brewing. We'll be your host for the night. Funding opportunities available for you. Also, bring a donation for the local food bank with Ugliest Sweater taking home a prize.
The ugliest sweater taking home a prize. You're going to wear the suit jacket.
No, suit jacket.
He's worn that suit jacket 90% of the shows we've done since. He
looks good.
It's a nice
he loves
suit
it.
jacket. Yeah.
Well, it's nice.
Almost the same color.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
oh,
See,
yeah.
there you
Hey,
go.
look at that.
Yeah, he might.
We're
Yeah,
matching.
you guys do have
Yeah.
amazing colors. But welcome to the show.
Yes,
Thank you.
welcome
It's my
to the show.
pleasure to be here.
Appreciate you
Thank
coming on.
Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, well, of course. Our doors are open anytime. Now, it must be. I feel the last couple of years with restriction, restricting the Remembrance Day ceremonies. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I felt they always deserved a proper service. I understand federal legislation. Thank God we're past that, and I believe we're going to stay past that. But this is the first year we really can have full, I call it participation for Remembrance Day service.
Yes.
That's a real important thing.
It's very
Correct?
important.
Yeah.
We are so excited to be able to hold our Remembrance Day ceremony the proper way. We'll be able to parade as we have in the past, and meet up at the cenotaph where everybody will be participating. Tell people to arrive by about 1:45, 10:02, and dress warm. And then we'll have our ceremony, the proper laying of the wreath as we've done in the past. And then we'll be marching back afterwards as well. So yes, it's very exciting. And the Self-Porcupine Legion is also doing the same thing. They'll be having their ceremony as well too. Actually everywhere, all the legions are so excited to do a full ceremony. So yes, it's wonderful.
Yeah, it is. It is
Give
great
it
to
the
see
proper
that.
respect.
Yeah, you're right, and it's. I never know how to put. Like Remembrance Day is a good day to reflect. Especially like maybe we were chatting before the show. Like we live in a world of conflict.
We do.
We know that, and probably the next world war may be the last world war. But if you haven't lived it, it may be in your regular life an easy way to forget about the people who made some big time sacrifices to have the freedoms that we do have. And this is a good way, if you haven't served, to pay your respect to the people who've given us the rights to, for us to sit in our office today and have conversations and move about freely, because things could have been dramatically different in many different cases if we didn't have people who served for their countries.
That is true. And we do need to continue remembering veterans, want Canadians to continue to remember, because even though there's hardly any veterans left from World War II, we have a lot of veterans. We have a lot of people that have served in Canadian Armed Forces, have served in different tours, different conflicts and everything else. And we have to remember what those veterans have done for us as well.
Yeah, you're right.
It's very important that we remember.
Yeah, you're right. We live in a world of conflict, and people talk about the bigger wars, I'll put it with lack of a better term, but there's always conflict, and there's always people that continuously stand up for our freedom.
Yes.
Up until current date and moving forward.
Absolutely.
And what we forget, if we haven't lived through it, is that when you come home from serving your country, you could see things that are unimaginable. You can live through things that are unimaginable, and a lot of these veterans need our support.
They do, and the funny thing is, people are not aware of how many veterans we have, even in Timmins. We're not aware of all the veterans that we have in Timmins unless they come and see us or we hear from them. We always welcome any veterans to come and see us, whether they just want to come over and chat, or whether they actually just want to, they need some help with something, where our doors are open to,
and
the Legion's doors are open.
The whole Legion is all about.
That's what the Legion's all about.
And
Absolutely.
open door policy,
Yes.
Judgment-free zone. Everybody can come in
Absolutely.
and have a conversation with you at any time.
Anytime. We always happy to have people, over any Legion is like that. You could go to any Legion, any town, for sure.
That's right. You provide, services to support veterans, those who want to come forward. And like you already mentioned, you don't necessarily know how many veterans in our community, because some people intentionally choose not to come forward and do not want to have those discussions and want to keep it private.
Yes, a lot of them find it difficult to even come to Remembrance Day ceremonies or even come to Legion, because it brings back of the loss that they've had to endure, what they have seen, and even some of the ones that were injured, is they feel that they're reliving it. Again, not all veterans have suffered. Unfortunately, no, not that way. Unfortunately, it's unfortunately that they have suffered, but yes, that's right, and they don't want a reminder. But even if they don't want a reminder, if they ever feel they need help, we're there. For sure. For sure.
That's right. And I know from Thunder Bay too, Kins, at the Legion there, I think in most Legions, you never walk into the bar area with a hat on.
No, what happened here? Tell the crowd. He walks in,
you're around.
On. What did he do?
You're around.
Yes.
It's a sign
how
of respect.
pricey was that?
Very pricey, but well worth it because it's a sign of respect. How long have you been with our Legion for?
I have been a Legion member for over 40 years.
Okay.
Yes, I joined a couple years after I started in the military and with the Canadian Armed Forces, and I have been a Legion member since. I'm happy a member, very proud. My children are members. My husband was a member. So yes, we're family. Legion for us is very important.
And you're quite decorated, and of course, Mark and I have been staring. Mark, I don't know if we even have, I don't know if we have one medal between me and Mark, but can you tell us a little bit about
the medals on this side? The Legion ones are service medals at the different positions that I've held, whether locally in the zone and the district, as I've served in the 3 different areas. So those are the medals that I have on this side. On this side is medals that I have with the Canadian Armed Forces. One of them being the medal, the service Canadian decoration, which is the Medal of Service. So it's you get that medal after 12 years, and then for every 10 years afterwards that you get a bar. So I'm up to 2 bars and working on my 3rd, and we'll see how that goes. And I'm hoping to reach it. But and then the other 2 medals I have not served any tours or out of the country. My main position is community. So I have received the Queen's Jubilee medals for the 50th and the 60th. Yes.
Good.
Oh, very impressive.
It's quite amazing.
Quite the honor.
Well, it's for me it is a big honor for everything it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you've dedicated your life and continue to serve your country, and I think that's an amazing thing to do. People call it a sacrifice, and in a way, self-sacrifice, but I think that's just a character stature. Someone to. I don't think they see it as a sacrifice, the person who's doing it, when they're standing up for their country and their country fellows. I don't know, like my grandfather fought in the war, and he said, I never saw it as a sacrifice, thought it as something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you heard millions of stories. Poppy sales, poppy sales is one of, if not the biggest way for you to generate revenue, because the Legion does require revenue to operate.
We do.
Just like any organization does. How are poppy sales this year?
Actually, the poppy sales are doing extremely well this year. We're very, very thrilled with how it's going. And we're very thankful for the different cadet groups that also help us out with our poppy sales. We couldn't do it without them. And the revenue that we do have, again, all of the poppy sales that every Legion sells stays local.
Okay.
So
right here in
it stays
backyard.
Right here in the
So
backyard.
Timmins, Porcupine.
That's right. So Porcupine is for their area. Timmins is for ours. Cochrane, wherever it stays with the locals. So they're there to help out the veterans. And it's also what you have to look at too is that sometimes we also help, like for example, the hospital. Because they help veterans. So different organizations like that also help as well, that we will support, inclusive, just so that they can help the veterans.
Is there any other way, community members can assist the Legion here locally outside of poppy sales?
Absolutely. We're always looking for, actually, the way we have it now is if you wanted to be a Legion member, you can become a Legion member. Normally, it used to be when quite a few years ago is that in order to be a Legion member, you had to have served Canadian Armed Forces.
Or some type of tie to
so it could have been, and now we came out with associate members, and then we have the firefighters and the police officers that can serve as well. RCMPs, of course, they're considered part with the Canadian Armed Forces, and now we have the affiliates, which are people that believe in our values. And they want to continue, they want to help out, so they become members of the Legion as well to serve.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Yeah, so that's a way to, get out and assist in our community on very important and essential service. Now, just to go back to the poppies, because I almost forgot. So sometimes Mark tells me some tales here.
No, this is a true
and
one.
I wasn't believing him, but he's actually true.
But I actually was true on this one.
Yeah.
So here's
true on this
here's
one.
the deal. Poppies. there's a website that you can go to, or an app. Is it Poppies?
It's called www.poppystories. So one word .ca.
Yeah. And if you go to that site, and it's going to have a little picture of a poppy, you can actually hold it over your poppy, scan it, and it will tell you a story of a veteran.
That's right. And you can do that with your phone or your tablet, and it will work. All you have to do is it will come up with a picture. You line up your poppy over the picture, and it's pretty impressive. And it will give you one story of one veteran. But if you want to continue to browse to view others, you can just go next or back and to follow more stories.
Yeah. So we had the opportunity to check it out before the show started and read a couple stories, and I don't know what to put. Like it's a great way to make it real, I guess. You know, sometimes
you're reading about people. Who
I want to go back to once again, if you haven't lived through conflict in your life, and most of us haven't lived through real type of conflict in our life. You know, we see it fantasized in Hollywood, and we read about in the news. But the people you're reading about when you scan a poppy are actual real people who sacrificed for our country, made the ultimate sacrifices in most cases, with their life, and left families at home. It makes it that's as real as can get. And I find sometimes, you know, if you haven't done that, we have a disconnect from it. And
but it made it very real. And again, you know, it's moving, because you know you're reading about someone who, you know, took their oath and wanted to stand up for their country, and you know, you get to you know, their memory gets to live on through a great service.
And you know, people ask, besides the Remembrance Day ceremony tomorrow, what other way can I show my respect to the people that served for us? And this, to me, is another great way. You know, scan your poppy and go ahead and read some stories.
Read a story. And poppystories.ca.
Yes. And you know, it's incredible, because when you think about it, this year we're actually commemorating the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. Unbelievable. 75
years.
It's hard to believe, you know, and we're so happy that it's not forgotten, because like you say, conflict, that we do have to remember that. It's very important to remember.
But I also love the piece you mentioned a few minutes ago, that we're still continuously living in conflict. Yes, you know, back in history, that we focused a lot on definitely the first 2 world wars, but there's been a significant amount of conflict before and in between and currently, and there's still veterans out there that do need our assistance.
Yes,
we're still fighting for our freedoms on a daily basis, serving our country. And sometimes, you know, the public doesn't even know how involved Canadians are to ensure peace across the world, right?
That is absolutely correct. Yes. And I think that's all part of being a Canadian. To be honest with you, because when you think about it, Canadians don't brag too much about themselves.
No, we don't.
We're there, we help.
Right.
And we do our job, we do our duty, and we carry on. Yeah. Yes, that is true.
You know, there, you know, can I put this, because I'll go off on a tangent, but a little while ago, there were people claiming to fight for our freedom. But if you want to respect the people who actually fought for our freedom and ensure that we have the rights to do, you know, what we want to do and live the life, and to me, what I call the greatest country in the world.
Yes.
And I think it's obviously said to most, tomorrow's a good start, but also continuing past Remembrance Days, you know, help support our friends at the Legion who support our veterans in our community.
And when you see a veteran, thank him.
Yeah.
Thank them for their service. That's just shows appreciation for sure.
Yeah, no, it definitely goes a long way, and we're so happy to hear that there's you know, a full service. And I wonder if you have a trick for me. Now, my poppy always seems to slide off.
There is a little trick.
Yes, I was hoping you can give me.
But I don't know if I want to tell you, because then you won't buy more poppies. You see,
I promise always to purchase a lot of poppies.
I know. Okay. So there's a little trick that you can do with the poppy.
Okay.
Can I have your?
You want to borrow the bird?
Oh yeah, borrow the bird's one.
I've always wanted to know the inside scoop.
So basically, what you want to do with your poppies, you want to take it, and you put it through as you would normally. Okay, so I'll put it on here, even though I have one.
Okay.
So you put it through. I know it's hard to see from where you are. Yeah. But so when you put it through just a little bit, slide the poppy down so the pin comes out.
Okay. Yeah.
And then slide the pin through the bottom of the poppy. Oh. So when you put it through the bottom of the poppy, it creates a lock. Just like that, see? So then if you don't want to sting at the end, then you just slide it through again on your coat. So that way it looks like that.
Well, hey.
And then it locks and it's less of a chance to lose
Instead of
the
getting
puppy.
stabbed in the
because I've always wondered, because I have a little piece of tape
Yes,
on
that's a
the
good
other
idea
side.
too.
Yeah, to hold
You know,
it.
some people will use a piece of eraser,
Yeah.
a little piece of an eraser or anything else like that. I know I stabbed myself on my chin with one already this year too. So I always scratching the arm or hand or whatever with them. So I do get that. But that's what I normally, when I put it on, is I make sure that when I slide it through, I just put it all the way in the back so you don't even see it. So it's in there.
Joanne, well, thank you so much. I know now, because so many events, they're like, "Where's your poppy?" And I'm like, "It's." Oh my God, I did it again. But lucky, I always have a lot.
And because you put it, the other thing too is when you have a poppy, a lot of people don't seem to realize is that you're supposed to wear it on the left side over your heart.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the other thing too. It always goes on the left, which is what you guys are doing.
Yeah, we get a little,
and
I got nervous.
and what happens though, because of that, a lot of people is when they get into the car, the seatbelt goes through, and that's how a lot of people loses their poppy. But it does go on the left side.
Okay, we're learning a lot today.
Yeah.
And is there, like, Mark and I were chatting before the show, what is the appropriate or the right period to wear a poppy and take it off? Is it after the Remembrance Day ceremony you're supposed to take the poppy off?
Yes, as of November 12th. You could wear it for the day.
Yeah, you can. Okay.
Yes, because when you think about it, there's ceremonies that happen in different areas as well. Some schools, the nursing homes, and different places will have a Remembrance Day ceremony throughout the day. So if you want to wear the poppy the rest of the day, so you normally are allowed to start wearing a poppy as of the last Friday in October until Remembrance Day.
Okay.
And that's when we start selling them as well. We don't start selling them before the last Friday of October. So yeah.
And that's just traditionally, that's the time we.
That's right. That is a time period.
Yeah,
yes.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Well, and
thank you for being here tonight.
Yeah, well,
too.
Of course.
Andréa Villeneuve.
Amazing.
Yes.
From Legion Branch 88.
We have more respect than we can say for individuals like Andréa in our community and her family and all the veterans that serve, because without them, we don't get to do this and enjoy our lives. I respect that every single day.
Yeah.
And these are the real heroes.
Oh, no.
Well, they are. Anyone who served our country are the real heroes. Anyone that provided any type of service. And to Kinsman, it's not someone who honked a horn. Sorry, I had to say it. It's not. And tomorrow we pay respects, and we're going
to be at
the
Hollinger Park Cenotaph.
We are going to stream the service.
Dress warm if you come on over. Make sure you dress warm because it's not going to be a nice day, but we will be there.
Anytime in November in Northern Ontario, we're probably going to get a little bit of wild weather. But if you cannot physically make it, now there are 2 ceremonies tomorrow, one in South End and one in Timmins. We will stream the service, but we'd love to see you there in person.
Yeah, we're going to be down there at about 10:40-ish, and if you can make it, great. If you can't, you can follow it on the stream.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a beautiful day, and we appreciate the fact good to see a full service. And I always say this, if you got the youth that want to get involved, cadets is an awesome way.
It is. You're absolutely right. Cadets is a great way to have it, and I don't mind putting a plug for them either, because they are actually this year too. Right now is the first year that they're able to be back in person, and they're excited to be back. So if anybody's interested in joining cadets, they're open. Come and see them.
Many different ways to get involved.
Absolutely, yes. And the cadets are going to be. Last year we were restricting the amount of cadets we could have with us, but this year all the cadets should be there for sure. So we're looking forward to that. We miss them.
You do, yeah. Tomorrow, we cannot wait, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal to be able to have the service.
And we can't forget as well marching with us will also be the members of the Algonquin Regiment, the primary reserve unit that's also here, so they'll be parading with us as well, and a few others.
Barb says, "I'm glad you're streaming it because I have to work." So there are a few people who cannot physically attend, but so that's why we stream for you. But Janice says she'll watch the stream because she's homesick.
Hope she's better soon.
Yeah. My son was in the military for 3.5 years as an MP.
Oh yes.
Actually, we were just in Ottawa this weekend, and we went to the Unknown Soldiers.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's very beautiful.
It is beautiful. If you've had a chance to go downtown Ottawa, and there's lots of memorial to our service individuals down there, but to me, I find that the most reflective of all of them.
I had the honor and privilege of being on the Pilgrimage of Remembrance, where I was actually able to see the Cabaret Rouge, where they actually dug the grave of the unknown soldiers that is here in Canada.
Oh, geez,
oh
really?
My God, that was incredible, actually. Yeah, there was a whole story of how they selected the unknown soldier as well. What they do is there's a whole bunch of different things where they have to check the soil, check the condition of the casket and everything else, and they picked 3 unknown soldiers, and they had to make sure it was just one soldier as well, and it had to be Canadian, of course. And so the first grave that they dug was actually the one they were able to bring back to Canada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, I did not know that.
Yes. So
isn't that amazing?
It's quite incredible. Yes. There's a whole story about that.
Whole story. Like people just go there and think it's a tourist attraction, but there's so much more to it. Meaning behind.
Yeah. So if you ever get a chance to go to the Capitol, that's definitely a must see, and
sure.
We know that they'll have their ceremonies also tomorrow. And
that's a big ceremony.
It really,
for sure.
It's probably the biggest in Canada.
Yes, the one in Ottawa is the biggest in Canada, and I always missed it because I'm here.
Right. Well, you're
the one at the
you're involved at the Timmins, but there'll be lots of coverage. You go back.
I could always film it.
Going into schools as well. You get to take it on the road tomorrow.
Yes. As long as the school buses are not canceled tomorrow.
Oh no.
Then I'll be going to Ross Beatty and making a presentation at their ceremony. So I'm always thrilled when the schools invite someone to go to their school, for sure.
That's right. How could before we let you go, so how can individuals get in contact with the Legion if they had questions on how they can get involved or provide assistance?
They could just give us a call. We are actually, if you type in if you go Royal Canadian Legion and you search the town that you're into, it will give you all the contact information, whether the Timmins, Porcupine, or any other branch. All you have to do is contact it to look it up. Yeah, it's not hard. It's not difficult to find.
There we go.
Yeah, and give us a call anytime.
The internet's a beautiful thing.
Sure it is. Yeah.
or just stop in.
Yes, actually, the Legion Hall in South Porcupine is still in the same place it's been for years, and we're located on the corner of close to the Commercial and
Commercial and Mountjoy there.
Mountjoy. That's sorry about that. Commercial and Mountjoy. So. And normally during the week, we're open normally between 2 and 4 during the week. Of course, right now we're open all the time because of Remembrance Day, but yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for spending some time.
Yes, thank you,
obviously,
Andréa.
Well, thank you for having us.
We're very much looking forward to tomorrow. And if you have an opportunity, please join us in Timmins or South End to pay respects to the people that made our country and continue to make our country what I always call the greatest country in the world.
I agree.
Without a doubt.
I agree.
All right. Have an amazing night.
Yes, and we'll see you
very much.
tomorrow.
Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Saturday night, got a date with the woman I love. I'm gonna treat her right. She's the love of my life, that girl. She's always a step above anyone else I've ever met. Yeah, I just can't get enough. The way that she shines blows my mind. She's everything I've ever dreamed of. So I'm gonna take every chance that I get just to tell her how I feel. Hey there,
in-studio carpet provided by End of the Roll Flooring Centers, located at 1185 Riverside Drive, Timmins. For beautiful laminate, luxury, vinyl, and carpet, call Manny and his team today, 705-360-9003. And how about our beautiful in-studio centerpieces provided by Mona Gauthier at Creative Boutique and Supplies. Call Mona for yours, 705-372-8190. You can even email her, creativeboutiqueandsupplies@gmail.com. And how about our in-studio coffee table? You can get a beautiful one just like this at Timmins Furniture. Come home to Timmins Furniture, see it, like it, take it home today. Go see Larry and his team at 374 Algonquin Boulevard East, 705-360-1499. And if you need anything voice, well, we put our trust in Bill Stevenson from Canadian Voiceovers. Send all your scripts to voices@canadianvoiceovers.com.
This world